Hello viewers, welcome back again to this learning journey. It might be hard at the beginning, but don't worry, just believe in yourself and say, I can do it, and you will. Remember, there is a reward for hard work. One day, you shall smile great, and your pains shall become history. I wish you success throughout this learning journey. Hello, welcome to Test Scholar Hub Practical Guide Solutions. Today, we're going to be looking at share init files, variables, and expansions. Welcome back again to my channel. It's Joben. Today, we're going to be looking at the 0x03 shared init files, variables, and expansions. This is a very important concept in shell. So let's go through it one after the other. We are meant to provide solutions to the problem that are unsolved here. First of all, we are meant to provide solutions to the quiz. As I always tell you, it's always a good practice to go through the resources, because this will serve as a basic guide on getting insights on how to solve the problem provided to you. Having known this, let's go ahead. So I'll show you the quiz that has been solved. So these are the answers to the quiz. They're already made available to you. Go through them, understand the concepts, watch this video, read the resources, and know how these answers are generated. It's a very important concept to know how we derive at this answer. This will help your learning guide. Now, we'll be looking at various tasks one after the other. We're providing solutions to these tasks. For some of these tasks, I've already provided the solutions in the test editor. We use Vim. We're going to be using Vim and VI or Emacs for this project as required. If you have watched the previous video or if you have done the previous exercises, you understand that only Emacs and VI are allowed for this project. So let's go ahead and start. For task 0, we are asked to create a script that creates an alias, name ls, value rom star. Let's go ahead and solve this problem. First of all, if you remember in our previous exercises, we are asked to create a repository called ELS System Engineering DevOps, which we have done before now. So right now, I think you have the directory existing in your intranet already. So what you're going to do is to create this directory called 0x03 share variables expansion. So we're not going to create another repository because we already have a repository existing. So we're going to create this file as well inside this file called alias inside the directory called 0x3 share variables expansion that resides inside the repository ELS System Engineering DevOps. It's a very important concept for you to understand what is required of you to do before embarking into solving any problem. So let's go ahead and provide solution to this problem. Here, I'm going to copy directory called 0x03 share variables that I'm going to create. For this exercise, I've already created 0x03 share variables expansions. I've already shown you how to change directory from one directory to another directory. I've said that before now in my previous videos. If you remember, to change directory, you just cd. I'm going to show you something. It's very possible for you to use another shell command another command prompt. For instance, your Windows command prompt, Linux command prompt, Linux as the case may be, then your Mac OS command prompt, or you can as well use your phone if it has this software called Thermos or any other command prompt software to execute your code. So you can actually do this without using the ELS sandbox. So I'm going to show you how you can do this without using ELS sandbox. Now, I am in the Thermos platform, which we can use to execute Unix, Linux commands, as the case may be. So for now, let me show you how we can use this platform. To use this for ELS task, we simply do this. The first thing we need to do, for example, we can click on our get sandbox. They will copy the username as shown on the screen. We navigate to our Thermos command prompt. What you need to do, provide the secure shell syntax or secure shell command. SSH stands for secure shell. The next thing we need to do, we paste the username we just copied from our intranet, ELS intranet. Then we'll address it. Where is it being addressed to or connected to? So we provide the @ symbol. So the next thing we need to do, we need to provide it with an address that you're going to access with the username. So let's go ahead and do that. Here, we copy the address. So here, I'm going to copy the address. Copy. Then I'll paste it here. Oops. So when we have pasted the address, the next thing we need to do, so we pasted the address here. So after pasting the address, what we need to do is to hit on the enter button. When you hit for the enter button, you wait for it. It will ask you to input the password. You go to the ELS intranet sandbox and copy the password. So here we'll copy the password. Provide the password here. When you paste the password, it will not show you anything on the screen, but paste it. It's assumed that it's a secret key, so it's not displayed to you. Just hit enter. It will allow you to enter into your root directory if the password is correct. So now we're in our root directory. What do we need to do? We need to cd change directory into our repository, which is part of the requirements for the task given to us. So let's go ahead and do that. So to cd to the directory, we're going to copy the repository name. What is the repository name? The repository name is ELS System Engineering DevOps. So let's go ahead and copy that. But you must not copy it if you know it. If you know the spellings, you can just provide it there. But I'm able to memorize it. I'm sure I don't want to make mistakes. That's why I went there to copy it. So I don't want to make any mistake. So that's why I did that. So now we have CD. We want to CD to the ELS System Engineering DevOps, which we have provided the syntax already, the command on the screen. So let's hit enter. When we hit enter, automatically we are in this ELS System Engineering DevOps. So what do we need to do? We need to create a directory. The directory name we're going to create is called ELS 0S03 Sierra Bravo expansion, which is this. So let's just go ahead and copy that. So I'm going to go to my command prompt. So here, I've already created the directory before now. I've already shown you how to do this before now, my previous video. If you don't know how to create a directory, is simply mkdir, the mkdir here. So I already provided this in my previous video. So it's assumed that you already have the knowledge to create a directory. So I've already created the directory, so S0 shell expansion before now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cd to the directory. But let me just show you how to create a directory in case you don't know. So create a directory, just simply type mkdir. You provide the directory you want to create, which is this. But I've already done that. So because I've done that, if you have not done that, you can just do it and do cd to it. So what I will just do cd to the directory since I've already created it before now. So I'll hit enter. So now we are in the directory. This is the directory it's showing. So what I'm going to do, we are asked to create a readme file for each project. I've already created the readme file for this project, but in case you don't know how to create a readme file, let me show you how to do that. But I've illustrated this concept in the previous video. So what you're going to do, you're going to provide echo, which is meant to print something on the screen. Then you're going to give it any name you wish for this and blah blah blah. Then what you're going to do, you're going to specify where you want to write the content to, the file you want to write it to. So for this case, we're going to write it to readme is a file name. Then the extension going to be md. So you hit enter, then you're going to be successfully creating this readme file. But for in our case, we already created the readme file, so we're not going to do this. So what we're going to do, the next thing to do, but if you want to know what the directory that exists in our 0x0 shell variable expansion, we can just do this ls to see the directories. You can see the directories I've created before now. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna create a file called, the first file we're gonna create, you're gonna call 0 alias. You can see it, I've already done that. To do that, you simply use touch, but I've already done it for this task, so we're not going to create it again because I've already shown this concept in the previous video. So we're going to show touch o alias. This is how you create the file o alias. So we're not going to do that again because I've already done this before now. So for that reason, let's just go ahead and let me show you the code for each of the solutions that are provided. So yeah, I'm gonna do vim. So normally, if you want to create a file, you can use touch to create a file, but in this case, I can as well create a file without using touch. So I'm gonna do that. If I want to create and edit a file at the same time, I don't need to use the touch. So just to simplify my task and to make it very fast, I just type this into as vim, then provide the file name I want to create. I'll just specify the file name I want to create and edit. Let's assume I want to create the 0 alias file that doesn't exist before now. I'll just simply do this alias. So it will directly create the file 0 alias and open the text editor for me to edit the file 0 alias and impute any content I wish to. So let me go ahead and do this. Just for demonstration's sake, I already created the files as I told you before now. I can see I created all these files. They are all executable on green in the screen. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me show you the code right away so you know what is happening in the hood. So you can see on the screen, this is the code for the first task. So this code actually points the 0 alias on the screen. So that's the code for the first task. So let me go back and go and run this code. So normally we use the column W and Q. W mean write, Q mean quit to exit the editor. But if we want to enter insert mode or editing mode, when we open the editor, we'll simply provide the I letter. Let me just show you an example for the illustration's sake. You can see I'm deleting this thing here, nothing is happening. But when I type I, it will show me insert. That means I can now write anything here in the text editor. So for now, I don't want to write anything because I already provided these codes to you. So you see, I already provided these commands to you, so you see how it works. So let me go ahead and exit it. So to exit this, I press escape to exit so I can exit from the insert mode. So I provide you with the column, then the Q The column just shows us that we want to allow command to come in um, into the test editor. So I'm going to provide you with W, which means write. But can still do this simultaneously. You can provide the two together and to write and exit the file. So let's do that. So you can see we have saved and exited the test editor. So let's do our git add. So the next thing you do is do the git add. Git commit. Then you provide the message you want. Let's call it 08 alias for this task. So 08 alias is the name of the commit message that we want to provide. You can use anything you like. So let's go ahead and hit enter. So you can see we have an on-track files before now. So for that reason, if you see this kind of problem, it's just so simple to resolve. That means we have an on-track file we have not staged or we have not tracked, as the case may be. So they just do git add. What you do, you're going to provide the name here. Let me just copy the name of the file that have not been added to the staging area. So let me just paste it here. So let me do git add. I've git added now. So when I do git status, so you're going to provide me with a file name on green, highlighted on green. This shows me that our file has not been staged. So what you're going to do, you're going to do the git commit again. So commit these changes. Oh, oops, typo. So git commit. So we provide the m flag and provide the name of the commit or the commit message. So let's call it 0 alias, but you can name it anything you wish. It's all left to you. So you can as well do the git push. Git push. Where are we pushing to? Origin master. So hit enter. So our file has finally pushed to the repository successfully. So let's go ahead and check our code to see if what we did is actually correct. So for the first one, let's see if we are correct. Oh, our code is actually falling, so that means there could be some errors. Let's find out what the error could be. So you can see the error here. So what we got 236 character long and the expected total of 0 and 8 character long. So let's go and fix this. To fix this, let's vim or vi into our text editor and know what the problem is. So when you want to do this, if you want to save the hassle of typing, just use your up arrow to navigate to the previous stuff you've done before. So there's an error here. If you notice, we didn't provide the quotation, the last quotation for the RN. That was why our code didn't run successfully. So let's provide it so this problem could be resolved. So this has fixed that problem. So let's go back and check our code. So now just do git add. I will do git commit as usual. So let me just save the process of typing all over again. Let me just use my up arrow key to check for the previous stuff that I've done before. So I just do git commit, then git push. So you can use a down arrow to navigate between the previous commands. It makes your work very fast. So I've pushed to my repository. So let me go ahead and check our code again. To check our code, we normally do this. So let's see if we are correct this time around. Our code is still falling, so what could be the problem? Let's find out. Let's go through the question again, understand what's actually happening. The question asks us to create a script that creates an alias, name ls, and value arrow m star. Okay, let's see how to resolve this. So let's vim into our code alias file again. Let's see what could be the problem. So let me make some modification and see. If you look properly, you could see we are still making some errors that we need to face. It's my bad, sorry. I forgot to include it. Oops. Let me put it in the side mode first by typing I, as we earlier said. It's my bad. I forgot to do this. We're supposed to include star to it, which I didn't do. Sorry about that. But this is just an indication that whenever you are solving these stars, you need to look at it properly. Because as humans, we are bound to make errors. So let's go and check again if our code is correct. So let me do escape, then colon, then W and Q, right and exit. So let's do again the git add. So do git add, git commit. So git push already master. So let's see if our code is correct this time around. So wow, congratulations, all tests passed successfully. So you can see our code is now running. So these are the things we are bound to solve as software engineer. You are challenged with errors, not just deleting the file, but try to understand what the problem is and figure it out. As humans have previously said, we are bound to make errors. We are not machines. Even machines do make errors. Let's proceed with the next task. For the next task, I've already completed this task, but let me just show you the code for the task so you know what is happening in the code. But before then, let me make you understand what this task is doing. We are asked to create a script that prints hello user, where user is the current Linux user. So now we have our script is going to print the word hello user. We're going to print the words hello user, where user is the current Linux user or Linux user as the case may be. So let me just go ahead and show you this code. But before then, you know we're going to create the file called one hello, which I've already created. So let me just copy the code, the file name, so that I'm going to vim to the file and show you what the code looks like. To do this, normally I've told you that you can just use vim and create and edit the file as well. Nothing goes wrong. So let me just show you how to do this. So you just do this like this. Yeah, okay. Then this is the code that does that. So you can see the user, this is the current user, and I'm putting the word hello. So let's go back and see what is happening in the code. So we have already created, so the hash exclamation slash bin slash bash is just telling us that we're trying to create a bash script file. So we must add a line of code so that to tell the interpreter that we are actually creating a bash script file. So let's go ahead and check. So don't forget, I haven't done this. There's something we failed to do in the previous exercise. What you need to do here, you have to convert this to an executable file. For each of the file you are working on, ensure you convert it into an executable file. To do this, we simply provide the chmod syntax. So let me just provide the code. So chmod u plus x. So you're going to do this for all the file you create. I'm just showing this for example. I've already created a file and convert them into executable file. So you're going to do this for every file you create. You must include the chmod u plus s plus the name of the file you are creating. This indicates that you're trying to make the file executable. If not, your code won't run when you're trying to run it as a basket file. So that's why I'm taking my time to show you what is happening in the hood, because this is part of the requirement. If you don't do this, your code will not run, it will keep falling. So we'll hit enter and check if our file was actually made executable or not. So we'll do lx. So if it's an executable file, it's going to be highlighted on green. So that's what is happening here. You can see I created all these files and they are showing on green. They are all highlighted on green. That means they're not executable file, as you can see. So let's go ahead and see the answer to the next question. So it's always good for me to show you what is happening in the code. So let's go ahead and look at the question first. So for this number 2, the path to success is to take a massive determined actions. But let's see what they are asking us to do. Ask us to add the file to the path. Ask us to add the file to the path action should be the last directory. Oh, it's a directory, not a file. So add the directory to the path action should be the last directory they shall look into when looking for a program. So let's go ahead and do this. It's just pretty simple. So let's see. So for the first thing we need to do, we need to copy the file name. So we're going to create the file to path. So let's go ahead and do that. To do this, first of all, let me just clear the screen so that we'll see what is happening in the hood. To do this, we're going to provide, instead I told you before now, there's no need to be using touch since we're going to be editing the file. So let me just do vim to create and edit the file. Oh, this file already existed. There's no problem. So let me just, I could see there are some errors in the file. So let me make the corrections. So the error in this file, let me put it in insert mode. The error in this file is just simply this. Let me show you so that you see what is happening in the hood. Oops. So the error in this file is just these two parts. That was created twice. So this is the error. So this is the error. So let's go ahead and check the code. So no more do our git add as usual. So I told you before now to eliminate the hassle of typing all the time. Let me look for the previous actions that I did that involve git command. So now let me call this to file. Oh, oops. Okay, let me just, there's no problem, but let me just call it to file though. I mistakenly hit enter, so it took me down with that. So let me just do this. Doesn't matter, no problem with that. So let me do git push. So I'm just using the up arrow key to search for the previous command I've given before. So it made the hassle of typing all over again. So let me just do git push origin master. So let me go ahead and check my code now. So let's see what is happening in the hood. So for the number 2 question, so let me just check the code and see if the answer is already correct. Okay, let me see. Wow, you can see this is correct. The code is now working now. It's checked correctly. So there's no problem with this task. Let's go ahead and do the next task. You can see for the third task, I've done it already, but no problem. I just want to show you how this is being done. Or rather, I'll just show you the code. They only ask us to create a script that counts the numbers of directories in the path. So I just want to show you the answers to this so you know what is happening in the code. So first of all, to do this, let me just copy the file name. So we're going to do vim into it. So this is just what we did. Let me just show you the answer. So this is the answer to that problem. Look at it very well. So at your time, you can just go through it, use the code for your specific task, then try to understand what is happening in the code. If you want to know more about what is happening here, try and read the resources or try and check or watch my previous video. You will understand what is happening in the code. But for this exercise, we're just being focused on providing solutions to the various tasks. So let me exit. So now it's very possible that you must not do git add, git push, git commit for every command you give or for every file you add. It's possible for you to finish your task if you are sure of your codes. If you want to be very fast, it's very possible for you to finish your task, all the tasks, then do a git commit, git add, git commit, and git push, which will add all the file and do the commit and do the git push for you. So for the instance, you're working in a company where you're working in a large file, so you can see using git commit or git push and git all the time might be tedious because you're trying to see how you can make your code to be efficient and use the limited time to achieve a lot, in for your company. So that is why I'm not going to be using git push, git command all the time here. So we're going to do everything before we do the git push. I just want to show you what is happening in the code. That's why I've taken my time to start doing git push. So what you need to do now you have known what is happening in the code. So don't forget that you must always create a executable file with chmod, which I've already told you before now. So if you provide the file name this, so you're going to make the file executable. So I've told you before now. So oops, as an error, I made a typo. So what I'm supposed to do is actually chmod, then in the command u plus x, then this means s there is me write table file, then user write a so s means write table, u there means just the user. So now it's not write table, it's not executable file now. So that means if we check it now, you can see I mean the s there means executable. So the mean u there means user. So you can see if it's on red, green, highlighted on green, that means it's executable file. So we can as well run this code to see the lines it prints. Since we are asked to just print 2 lines, our code should print just 2 lines of code. So let's do wc minus the provide the L flag to see how many lines this code prints. So you can see it just printed 2 lines, which is 2 here, and also the name of the file. So this is what is happening in the code for this task. So don't forget, in every task, in every file you are writing, ensure that you make it executable, which will just this like this chmod and provide the file name. So we're not going to be doing that for each task. I'm not going to be illustrating that all the time because I've already explained that to you. So when you're doing your task, ensure you do this for all the file you're working on. What I mean, for example, if you're working on task 1, task 0, ensure you always do chmod for each of the file you create. So this make it executable, which is one of the requirements. So let's go ahead and let me show you the code for other stuff. So for the question number 4, we are asked, so if we just check this code for distance, which we have already checked before now, but okay, let me just check it. So you see it's working fine. It has been checked before now anyway. So for this task, let's go ahead with the first one. We are asked to create a script that lists environment variables. So it's very simple. So that's what we need to do. We just copy the file name, which is this 4 global variables. So that's the file we're going to create. So I already told you what to do. Same process, just to make our work to be very fast. So we just provide you with the pick and the file name vi into the file you want to edit and create. So this is the answer to that solution. Just this sets, then with the shebang information. Don't forget the shebang. What I mean by shebang is the hash exclamation mark slash bin slash bash. This one here should always be in all. It should always be included in all your files, and it should be in the first line. Don't forget to always do that. If not, your code will run. If your code will not run because the actual script a bash script file, that what actually creates the bash script. So ensure that is always included. If not, you're not creating a bash script. You're not meeting up with the requirement. Your code will keep falling. So that's the answer to that task, which is task 4 global variables. So let's go ahead and provide the answer for task 5. So for task 5, which is called local variables. So what we are asked to do is to create a script that lists all local variables and environment variables and functions. So let me show you the code on how it is being done. So here we're just going to copy the 5 local variables. We'll copy it and we're going to create it as we already. So we're going to do vim. So we're going to do vim, vi or vim, as the case may be, or immas. You can use any of them which is required. So I think we have looked at this before. So let's look at the next one. That's okay. Oh, the same answer goes to number 4. So let's see if we actually make typo. Okay, so the same answer is the same thing with the answer for number 4 is the same with number 5. So it's not a typo. So let's go to the next one, which is number 6. For the number 6 task, we are asked to create a script that creates a new local variable. So you know normally we have global and local variable. So global variable is any variable that is declared outside a function, while local variable is any variable that is declared inside a function. So let's look at it. You see, write a script that creates a new local variable called best value skill. So let's see how we're going to do this. So let me copy the variable name. I'm going to create it. We just do vi. So now this is what is happening. Just best equals to school. So that is the answer to that. I always tell you, don't forget to always make it executable. Don't forget, if not, your code will not run. I don't want us to be doing that all the time. To make it executable for each file, just tell you, just write this command u plus s, then provide the file name. Please don't forget this. If not, your code will not run. And I also told you that for you to confirm if it's working, if it has been converted to executable file, to be highlighted on green, just like I seen on this file. So let's go ahead and do the next task. So for the next task, we are asked, let's task 7, we are asked to create, let me see. Okay, we are asked to create a global variable. We're asked to create a script that creates a new global variable, best, and the value should be school. So let's go ahead. This is pretty simple. So let's go ahead and see what is happening in the hood. To do that, we're going to vim into the file name we want to create. So this file automatically creates in a date. So this is just what is happening in the hood. So this is just the local variable. This is the export best equals to school. So this is the global variable we are creating. So that's the answer to that. So let's go to the next one. So for the task 8, we are asked to write a script that prints the result of the addition of 128 with the value stored in the environment variable true knowledge. So let's go ahead and do this. To do this, let me see. We'll do this just simple. We're just going to copy the file name. Let me see. Number 8. So the file name is called true knowledge. So we're going to check. Let me show you the code. So here I'm going to do vim into the code and paste, then check. So this is what is happening in the hood. So we have this just it. So you can see the answer provided on the screen. So the echo is printing. So what is happening here? The echo actually is this command used for printing a statement. So the true knowledge So the true knowledge is a variable that this one truth is going to be stored. So, when the addition of one to truth is being made, it's going to be stored in a variable called true knowledge. That is what's happening. Let's go ahead and do the next task. So for the task 9, divided and true, write a script that prints the result of power divided by divide, followed by a new line. Power and divide are environment variables. So let's go ahead and show you what is happening here. So let me just copy this as usual. Oops, I've not exited the previous one. Let me just exit it. So let me just do VI or Vim as the case may be. The choice is left for you to decide. Either you use Vim, VI or Emacs based on the requirements. So this is the answer to that. Echo $sign power slash divide hash bar. So this is just the answer to that. So you can just look at it and understand what is happening in the hood. If you want to know about this, try and watch my previous videos. I've explained this in details. So git add. So we don't want to do this now. Maybe later we're going to do it. So let's go ahead and do the next task. For the next task, number 10, which is love is anterior to life, posterior to death, initial of creation, and the exponent of breath. Write a script that displays the result of breath to the power love. Breath and love are environment variables. The script should display the results followed by a new line. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me copy the file and show you what is happening in the hood. To do this, just do vim, provide a file name as I always said. So here I provided you with the answer. So this is the answer to that. So look at it and what is happening in the hood. So you do exit, and this I've said before. So now let's go ahead and do the next task. So don't forget to always convert it to writable executable file, which I already told you before now. So for the next task, number 11, there are 10 types of people in the world: those who understand binary and those who don't. Binary means 2. It can either mean 0 or 1. So let's see what is happening. So they ask us here to write a script that converts a number from base 2 to base 10. The number in base 2 is stored in the environment variable called binary. The script should display the number in base 10 followed by a new line. I think you understand what is happening. Let's just copy it here. So you can just go and do it and do this and see what is happening in the hood. So to do this, you just simply, as I told you before now, you can use touch to create the file, but just to make things very fast and quick, that's why I'm using this method. So definitely you need to advance from your beginner skill to advanced skill or to expert skill. So they just have to do this. This is the code you see on the screen. Let me show you. So this is just the So this is the code on the screen. So this is the code, as you can see. So let's go ahead and do the next task. For the next task, which is number 12, create a script that prints all possible combinations of two letters except 00, B or OO, except OO. Letters are lower cases from A to Z, one combination per line. The output should be alpha ordered, starting with AA. Do not print OO. Your script file should contain maximum of 64 characters. So let's just do this. Copy file as usual. Let me show you the code. So vim as usual. If I decide to talk about everything here, we're not gonna can completely stack. So as I say, you should try and watch my previous videos where I could trash this. Or you can look at for more of my videos. I'm gonna be solving this elsewhere and show you the basic to advanced concept of what is happening in the hood. But for now, we are limited to solving this problem, providing solution to this problem, because I know you need a solution as quick as possible. And Also try, as you are using these solutions, also try to understand what is happening in the hood and try the resources, the materials available to you. That's the best way you can learn. If you just do copy and paste, you may not really get it. Maybe a problem for you to graduate from this program. So it's always good for you to understand what is happening in the hood, no matter what. You can use the code. Yes, it's not too wrong to look at code examples, but it's good for you to understand how this code is being used and what is happening, what this code is doing. It's very, very important. So look at the code, but try to understand what the code is doing. Yes, there is no perfect programmer in the world. We all need examples to learn. So that's why I'm providing you these examples and these solutions so you can make reverse of them and learn from them and understand what is happening. I do research about them too. And don't forget to also watch my previous videos so you can see what is happening. So for this task, this is the answer to the 12 combination questions that was asked. So that's it. So let's do column W and Q to quit and write. So let's go to the next one. The next task is called floats. So floats. So let's look at floats. So float here, write a script that prints a number with 2 decimal places by a new line. The number will be stored in the environment variable called num. So let's go ahead and do this. So as usual, let's copy this file name. So let me just do vim. So this is the answer to that problem. You can see it on the screen. So let's go through it and know what is happening in the hood. So this is the answer. So let me just do save and quit. So let's go and do the last one. For the last one, no, I don't think it's the last one. Let me see. Okay, I think it's the last. Let's see what is happening. Let's see. I'm thinking if it's the advanced task or so. Let's see. Let me just check it and see. It's actually the advanced task also. Let me see. Okay, I think this is the advanced task. But anyway, let's look at it. So for this one, so for the number 15, sorry, number 14. So I think it's the advanced task. Just copy the file name and do vi. So this is the answer to that. You can see on the screen. So let's quit. So let's go to the next one, which is number 16. So for the number 16, sorry, number 15, I mean. So let's see, write a script that encodes and decodes text using the word 13 encryption. Assume ASCII. So let's go and look at the code. So just copy this file as usual. Now let's look at the code. So paste. So this is the code for that. You can look at it and use it for your task. But don't forget, so let's tell you, try to understand what is happening in the hood. If not, you're not going to be a good software engineer. So just save and go back. So let's go ahead and see the next answer to the next task, which is number 16. So the egg of the road, write a script that prints every other line from the input starting with the first line. So that is number 16. So let's go and see the code. So let's copy the code first, which is this. The file name first. Okay. So let's do vim. And this. So this is the code for that. You can see on the screen. So this is the code. So this is the code. So let's exit it. Let me show you the next one. For the last one, which is number 17, write a shell script that adds 2 numbers stored in the variable water and stir and print the results. So let's go ahead. Water is in the base water, stir is in the base stir. You know what it means to be base form. That means what they mean by base mean it should be in its original form. So the result should be in best core. So let's go ahead and do this. So let's copy the file name and just check what is happening in the hood. So let's just do vi as usual, but actually you can still use touch just like this, but you can use touch and provide the file name, but I'm going to use vi because you just want us to edit and um, create a file. So you can see the answer to that. This is the answer on the screen. That's the answer to the problem. You can see the best score. You can see the best score here is provided. You can see the scale with that code. You can see the water too that was echoed. So the base form. So we have done that. So this is the final solution to the answers. So let's just go and do git add as usual, as I told you. But don't forget, as I always say, always do chi mode for each file. For each file you are creating, don't forget, because maybe wondering, this didn't work because as we are doing it, we didn't do it for all of them because it assumes we already know this. So always do chi mode for each file. Always use ls to confirm if actually the file is now executable, because if we executable, going to be highlighted on green. These are the directories. Sorry, these are the files going to be highlighted on green. And don't forget to create a readme file. To create a readme file in your directory, that is in your root directory. Don't forget, it's always important. Your code will not run. And also, don't ensure that your code is no more than 2 lines. And to be sure of that, to know if your code is more than 2 lines, I told you before, when you use the WC, the F flag, then the file name you want to check, then you print enter. So you can see it's 2 lines. You can see 2 here. It's 2 lines, and the water 103 water and stir is the file name. So finally, in case you are working on a large file, you can now do the git add git commit -m. We will call it final commit. For this, let's call it final commit. Final commit. Okay, for this case, all our file have been added. So if in your case, it might not show you this, to add all your files, then you now do git push origin master. So in your case, this is what's going to be, since everything's up to date. So in your case, you're going to add it and update the file in the repository. So let's go and check all our codes to see how it look like. So here we can check from here and see. So the code is correct. What we are doing is actually correct. That's why I'm just still checking the code again, so you'll be sure of what you are doing. So you can see, so just for you to be sure that we're not joking, we're not just representing this just like that. So you are doing it and you are sure of what you are doing. That's why I'm showing you that we are correct. By taking our time to check them one together, but I'm starting from the last. So you can see our code is correct. So our codes are running fine. So when the next day the checker gonna grade you. So this one already been checked before, so need of us to check it again. So you can see, let's check this one. See, they are checked correctly. So you can see they are running. So for the next one, let's go ahead and check. So let's check. So you can see they are all checked, they are running. For the next one, let's check and see. Let's check. So they are all checked correctly. So the next one, let's check. The same thing. The next one, let's check. The same thing. So the next one, let's check. the same thing. The next one, let's check. Okay, they are good. The next one, let's check. All good, all good. So the next one, let's check. All right, they're all good. So let's see the next one. So what I'm doing is we are writing, we are solving this problem. Try to do git add all the time might be very tedious. So you just can solve all the tasks and keep checking. Do I'm checking now. So this one has already been checked. So this is the best way to do this. This one has been checked already. So this one also be checked. Otherwise, highlighting on green. Done. So let's check this one. So let's check. Okay, Tazio is correctly checked now. So nothing next. So this is all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. This will encourage me to make more videos, and I wish you success throughout your learning journey. Watch out for more of my videos. I'm going to be discussing and solving a lot of problems and providing solutions to your task. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.